This is Bill's Junk, my store in Houston, Texas, and I sell a lot of handmade things, and I also make a lot of things. Among them, these watermelon rocks, and today I'm going to show you how to do it. Come on in. I bought these rocks. I'm embarrassed to say that I bought them because they don't have rocks here in Texas, but these are just smooth river rocks. They always come with dirt on them, so you need to wash them before you paint them. Imagine they were potatoes. Just give them a good scrub, and they'll be ready to paint. So obviously the first step after you've washed the rocks is to paint them green. I've got 4 colors. Watermelons are nice. They have 4 colors. I have a dark green, which is the stripes. I have a medium green, which is the speckles and spots on the ones that are speckled and spotted. I have the light green, which is the major overall color, which is I'm going to show you right now. Is first you paint the whole rock this light green color. After you've painted the whole thing green, let's assume this is painted light green all over. Then what you do is and the paint is still wet. You see I'm painting it with light green paint. It's like, so this is the bottom of your rock. You've decided which side up it's going to be. Then you get this very light green, the pale underbelly color, and paint a big spotch of that in the middle of the bottom. And obviously that looks terrible because it's just a spot. It's not. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to blend it in a little bit. I don't even have a magic fan brush, but I'm going to blend it in just like I was Bob Ross. And there you have it. It doesn't have to be very good. It doesn't have to be really super smooth or accurate or anything. It's a watermelon. It's not regular. That's a mantra for painting watermelons. They're just watermelons. They're natural objects. So next thing is to locate your ends. You got to decide. Every watermelon has 2 ends. It's like one end. I usually put a spot on each end. And then all the lines on the watermelon connect from one end to the other. So I try and lay them out because having it be the right pattern is important. You take your dark green paint and you kind of connect the 2 sort of ends of the watermelon, the 2 stem ends of the watermelon with these kind of blobby, wobbly. And it's important that these stripes get thinner and thinner and thinner. They narrow down and they actually meet at the end, at the stem part. So now I'm painting these sort of speckles. And you use the same color for this. There's the speckles in the background and the light parts of the watermelon. And then these little light, this sort of string of little light dots and stripes and things that goes down the center of each dark stripe. So there are only 3 colors. There's the light color of the background, the dark color of the stripes, and this medium color that does everything else, like all the speckles and spots are the medium color. That's one nice thing about watermelon, is that it's not a lot of blending, nothing subtle about it. Usually I pick there are 2 ends, and I pick the good end to leave, and then I put the navel on the bad end. I have a dark burnt umber, and you paint just a circle. Not a big circle, but not a microscopic circle either. This is where the vine attaches to the watermelon. So paint a dark circle like that, and then I have this sort of white mixed with my burnt umber, sort of a lighter brown color. And while it's still wet, paint in the middle, kind of blend it in and leave a little dark rim, just a very tiny dark rim around the thing. And there you go, it looks like a watermelon. I'm using polyacrylic Minwax acrylic varnish just because I like water-based finishes. I'm going to use kind of a wide sort of soft brush, like a watercolor brush, and just brush it on in a thin layer. You don't want it to be gloppy. And these are very shiny when they're wet. This is semi-gloss. What is it called? Yeah, semi-gloss, so it'll dull down a little bit to a nice natural watermelon finish.